guys, welcome back to Urban Rhino Tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple slider bracelet using ribbon. So I have some little floral ribbon right here that I'm going to open up. I just bought this at Hobby Lobby. It is a 1/2 inch wide, which I think is pretty, is a good size for this particular project. So, and I'm going to pull out a section of this. And I want it to be long enough to go around my wrist plus some. So I'm gonna trim that. It's about 1 foot long, maybe a little longer. And from here, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little tassel kind of charm on here. And I'm going to put a few other things that will kind of hold everything in place. So you'll see what I mean. If you wanted to make this thinner, you could either obviously buy thinner ribbon, or you could fold it over, run a bead of hot glue down the middle if you wanted to do that, but that's completely up to you. So what we're going to do is I have this little tassel like this with this kind of rectangular shaped part here. So I'm going to slide that on one side. My ribbon is just a little bit wider than what that section is, but that's okay. And I want it to be about halfway, like that. And then from here, I am going to get all these little pieces out of the way. I'm going to make a knot on each side. And I want the knots to be fairly close to the tassel. And I'm trying to make sure that I keep the ribbon print going the same direction. You can certainly make sure, you buy a ribbon that is double-sided, where both sides have print on it. But I really liked this pink floral one. Okay, so there's a knot on that side, and I'm going to put one on the other side as well. And this doesn't necessarily serve a purpose. Now, if you put a charm on here that was sliding, then it would hold it in place. I just like the look of the knots on each side, so that's why I'm putting those on here. Again, trying to make sure as I make the knot that my fabric print stays facing forward. Like that. Okay. From here, what I want to do is I'm going to join the pieces together and run them through a larger spacer bead like this, or rondelle bead. It has rhinestones on it. So I want one side going through this direction. So you can picture here if this was on my wrist. Okay, so one's going through this direction, and then I need the other strip to run through the opposite direction. So they're crisscrossed. If you're having, struggling to get the piece through, you can use, pliers or a needle and kind of poke it through. It's really hard to find beads other than rondelle beads that have really big openings to do this kind of stuff. I love these slider bracelets, and you can do it this way, or you can put both pieces through the same direction if you want. It's kind of, your preference. And I can show you here. I'll show you what that looks like just to give you an idea. So if you brought both pieces together, and put them through like this. So again, both through, pulling it, completely your preference if you want to do it that way or the other. Now that I've got it this way, I'm just going to keep it like this. And then, okay, so now what we're going to try to do is we're going to put these ends through this little opening of this faceted bead here. And usually if you take like a thicker needle, you can kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little difficult. You have to kind of start at the end and kind of shove it through. If you do a needle that's really little, it's just gonna poke holes in the ribbon. It's not gonna do anything. And this takes a little work. All right, so I got a hold of this one and pulled it through like that. And from here, you can tie a knot or you can just trim it. It's not necessary to tie it off because it's on there so well. The chances of that bead coming off are pretty slim. So I am going to just trim it, but I first want to make sure that I've got it to the right size. So if we slip this on and adjust it, I want this to be up much higher, like that. All right, so now I can see where to trim it now. And then I'll just repeat this with the other side. And I can do it at an angle or I can do it straight. Let's try straight and see. No, I like it better at an angle, like that. Okay, so that's one. And then I'm going to repeat this same step on the other side real quick with the bead. And then let me speed up here so you don't just watch me struggle to push that little ribbon through. This, and we want to make sure that it is similar in length, but I like having one a little longer than the other. Again, trim it at an angle or straight across, completely your preference, like that. And now the bracelet is finished. And you just pull that to tighten it up. And there you go. And you could put, you know, like letter charms on here. This tassel is awful, I will say. It's all kinds of falling apart, but it's still cute. I would, if I redid this, obviously, I would just pick a different tassel. You could put letter charms. You could put a couple beads in the middle here, you know, load it up with other things if you wanted. But that is the finished bracelet. It's really cute. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.